Hello and a very happy Halloween to all of our residents here. This is Greg, your leasing consultant, just trying to have somewhat of a nice little celebration. I know we can't get together and do a party or anything like that together like we would normally try to do for a holiday like this, but let's make the best of what we have. So, I'm going to do your Halloween trivia this wonderful Halloween. Now, I've got 15 questions for you. I do want to warn you, some of these questions do have a little darkness to them, may not be kid friendly. So, let's keep this to the adults or even some older children, 16 and up. Let's try to keep it. So we do deal with some certain Halloween aspects. So please, if you have the opportunity, go ahead, grab a pen and paper or pencil and paper, whichever you'd prefer. Number at 1 to 15. We've even got some bonus questions. If you want to get friends involved over the internet, do a Zoom chat or something. Call them over the phone and take this trivia together. Go ahead, pause the video now, get everything together, and then we'll get this started. Okay, hopefully we've got all our stuff together at this point. We've got 15 questions, like I said, for you. We're going to go through all the questions first, and then we'll go ahead and get those answers going at the end for you, okay? So, question number 1. What was Dr. Frankenstein's first name? Not the monster, Dr. Frankenstein, or if you've watched Young Frankenstein recently, Young Frankenstein. Dr. Frankenstein, what was his first name? Go ahead, take the time, think about your answers, get those written down. That one's kind of I don't want to say super easy. To me, it's easy. I love my Halloween. I performed in a few different spots for Halloween, such as Great America, Universal Studios. Had a lot of fun scaring people. If you were one of them, I apologize. Maybe not, because that was what you paid for. So, moving on. Question number 2. How many Oscars was the movie Psycho nominated for? Again, how many Oscars was the movie Psycho nominated for? Unfortunately, did not win any of them, but was nominated for how many awards in the Oscars? Great, fantastic film. Another great set at Universal Studios. Moving on. Question number 3. Feel free to pause this video if you need more time for any of the questions. By all means, play this your way. It's your holiday. Do what you want. Question number 3. We all have that wonderful treat, candy corn. Some of us love it, some of us hate it. Some of us feel like the front part of it, each section tastes differently, even though it's all the same flavor, but the colors change the flavor. But candy corn, what was the original name for candy corn? Believe it or not, it did have a different name before this. It was what name before it was known as candy corn? This is my theme song on right now. Got my wonderful Michael Myers hockey jersey on to celebrate for the holidays. Moving on, question number 4. This is something that's good knowledge to have anyway as we're going around. If you are out trick-or-treating and you see a blue or teal pumpkin, what does that blue or teal pumpkin signify? Again, if you are out trick-or-treating and you see a blue or teal pumpkin on the front doorstep, what does that blue or teal pumpkin signify? Fun fact, pumpkins actually come in 4 different colors. Most of the pumpkins used for this are plastic pumpkins to get that teal, because teal typically isn't one of those colors. Get one more time. Question number 4 was, if you see blue or teal pumpkin outside of a house while trick-or-treating, what does that signify? Moving on, question number 5. What mythical monster is pictured on the flag of Sicily? Again, what mythical monster is pictured on the flag of Sicily? Oh, I'm blanking on, is it Fiona from the Golden Girls, who was from Sicily? Fantastic show, still funny to this day. I'll still continue to watch it, and yes, that kind of dates me, even though the show was before my time. But that's okay. Good comedy is always good comedy. Speaking of, Animaniacs coming back November 20th. Super excited for that on my end. Hopefully some of you are as well. One more time, question number 5 was, what mythical monster is on the flag of Sicily? Question number 6, the movie The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is loosely based on what real-life serial killer? I know, good stuff. This is kind of some of the stuff that wasn't the kid-friendly. What person is the movie The Texas Chainsaw Massacre loosely based off? So, of course, it's not exactly the same, but loosely based off. Again, that was question number 6. Number 7, going to good old Salem witch trials. During the Salem witch trials, how many people were hanged? Delightful. Yes. In the Salem witch trials, famous part of history and a big staple of Halloween to talk about. Famous witch trials in Salem, how many people were actually hanged? Hanged? I think it's hanged. Not sure. Go ahead, correct me at the office if you'd like. But, all right, question number 8. Here we go. What 1973 movie convinced Americans to throw out their Ouija boards? Again, what 1973 movie convinced people to throw out their Ouija boards? My wife will not let me bring one of those into the house. She's definitely all about not having the spirits come into our house. Now, I do have a bonus point for that question, so if you want to add a little bonus point off to the side for those of you who are competing, or if you're just playing by yourself, just go ahead and put an additional answer to the side. The movie that we are talking about had a parody in which one of the stars of the first movie is also somewhat, but not really, reprising their role in this spoof of the original. It's fun to try to avoid giving any clues to what it is, but yes, bonus point if you can name the parody version of the movie in question of what 1973 movie convinced Americans to throw out their Ouija boards. Fantastic, extra point for you. Number 9, what is the term used for a male witch? Again, question number 9 is, what is the term used for a male witch? I hope you guys are all doing well. I know that we all want to go out and grab that candy, attend a Halloween party, do what you do, whatever you do this wonderful Halloween day. Be safe and enjoy. And moving on, to question number 10. Question number 10 is, which character in the Charlie Brown universe always believed in the Great Pumpkin? That's something near and dear to me. Grew up with that wonderful movie. Again, which character in the Charlie Brown universe always believed in the Great Pumpkin? Apologize if some of this does get a bit movie and TV based. My entire life I was in entertainment, and so it's kind of hitting home for me. It's my wheelhouse, if you will. But we try to mix it up a little bit so that we have some other things. One more time, which character in the Charlie Brown universe always believed in the Great Pumpkin? Some people did eventually believe in the Great Pumpkin, so we don't want to say who believed in it, because in a way all of them did at some point in time. Number 11. This is a little vague, do apologize, but what product, so it's some sort of product that's out there, what product actually got banned in Hollywood during Halloween? Again, what product actually got banned in Hollywood during Halloween? Sorry, it's a little vague. Go ahead, best guess. Throw it out there. Have fun with it. That's all this is. It's just for fun. We want to make the most of every day we got, right? Moving on to number 12. Now this one, I've got a few points for you. There's going to be the main question and 2 half points for this. Which vampire said, "Don't be afraid, I'm going to give you the choice I never had"? Again, which vampire said, "Don't be afraid, I'm going to give you the choice I never had"? A half point extra to name the movie, an additional half point to name the actor who portrayed said character. Again, full point to name what the vampire's name was, half point for the movie, half point for the actor's name. Of which vampire said, "Don't be afraid, I'm going to give you the choice I never had"? Go ahead and mull that one over. I'm sure some of you are like, I know this, I've heard this before. Some of you are like, I don't know, that's just not my cup of tea. All right, question number 13. Which real-life historical figure formed the basis for Dracula? Again, which real-life historical figure formed the basis for the character Dracula? Believe it or not, for those of you who didn't know, there is actually somebody who was weird enough and creepy enough to form a foundation for someone like Dracula. All right. Moving on. Number 14, almost there. We're getting there. Question number 14. Of all the Halloween movie series, which movie does not feature Michael Myers? Again, of all the Halloween movie series, there's a million of them. Which one actually does not feature Michael Myers or any of the cast from the prior movies? They actually wanted the Halloween series to stand on its own and just continually tell stories. But it didn't do so hot when you didn't have Michael Myers, since it was so well established. You know, I don't know if you can hear the songs that are playing. But this Monster Mash, we really don't know what happened. We're just enjoying it. Sounds fantastic. Wish I was there. All right. Number 15. Our last question. Who wrote? This is another great, wonderful music trivia, somewhat Halloween song. Who wrote and performed the song The Purple People Eater? The one-eyed, one-horned, flying Purple People Eater. Go ahead. Who wrote that song? And bonus point for you. What was the Purple People Eater here to do? And no, the answer is not eat people. What was his mission coming to Earth? The Purple People Eater. That one-eyed, one-horned, flying Purple People Eater. Again, who wrote and performed the song? And what was that Purple People Eater here to do? Now, for my tiebreaker question, I will save that for after all the answers. Build some of the suspense so that we can make sure that we go through everything, and we may not even need it, but we'll have it at the end. So first and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you just for hanging out, having fun, enjoying this. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If not, I'm sorry, but we'll try to do some more of these as long as we are in this situation that we are, so that we can still celebrate and enjoy the holidays together in some way, shape, or form. So, going back through the questions, take this time. If you need to go back, rewind the video, look up anything you need to do. Not the answers, don't look those up. But, question number 1, going back to that. What was Dr. Frankenstein's first name? The story written by Mary Shelley put Dr. Frankenstein's first name as Victor. So Victor is the correct answer, Victor Frankenstein. Question number 2. How many Oscars was the movie Psycho nominated for? The answer is 4. 4 nominations. If you want to take the time, kind of figure out what they might have been. If you want to discuss amongst each other, try to figure those out. Give you a moment. Go ahead, pause if you want to. The answers are Best Director, Best Supporting Actress, Best Art Direction in a Black and White Film, and Best Cinematography of a Black and White Film. Continuing on, question number 3. What was the... Hey, Purple People Eater. I gotta skip that. You've already got the answers down. It might say it. So, what was the original term for candy corn? The original term, used in the 1880s, so it's been some time, was chicken feed. Chicken feed is the correct answer, because, there used to be a lot of corn. Chicken feed. Probably is now. Don't know. I don't own chickens. Some of you may have. Continuing on, question number 4, if you see a blue or teal pumpkin outside of a house while trick-or-treating, what does that mean? It means the treats there are allergy-free. So there was a movement because, some people got those allergies. We want to respect our neighbors, and those treats are allergy-free. So that's what that whole blue teal pumpkin thing's about. Moving on, question number 5. What mythical monster is pictured on the flag of Sicily? And that would be Medusa. If you put Gorgon, I will accept that answer as Medusa is a Gorgon, I believe. Go ahead and debate that if I am wrong. But the symbol in the flag is actually called a trinacria. Sorry about the pronunciation. which was used as protection against Medusa, preventing her from entering their home. So yeah, there it is, Medusa. Question number 5, or sorry, that was 5. Question number 6. The movie The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is loosely based on what real life serial killer? The answer is Ed Gein, also known as the Butcher of Plainfield. Delightful. All right, number 7. During the Salem witch trials, how many people were hanged? Now this happened in 1692. There were 19 people. I don't know if you thought there was more or less, but yeah, 19 people, unfortunately, during that 1692 Salem witch trial. Number 8. What 1973 movie convinced Americans to throw out their Ouija boards? That would be The Exorcist. Yes, the answer is The Exorcist, and that bonus point of the parody movie in which someone reportrayed their role in a way, that would be Repossessed. Funny movie. I actually just rewatched it. Ridiculous. Definitely ridiculous. It's that Leslie Nielsen era. But a fun watch to go back and see. Definitely not PC. All right. Continuing on, number 9, there might be some debate on this one, and I understand it, but I'll try to explain. What is the term used for a male witch? The answer I'm looking for is a warlock. Now, some of you may have said wizard. Wizards deal in spells, magic and sorcery. So since a wizard is more magic and sorcery, and warlocks is more practicing of witchcraft, so that's why the acceptable answer is actually a warlock. All right? So number 10, which character in the Charlie Brown universe always believed in the Great Pumpkin? That is Linus. Good old Linus. Always believed in the Great Pumpkin. Question number 11. What product actually got banned in Hollywood on Halloween? The answer is silly string. I don't know if you remember, a lot of movies involving Halloween involves people silly stringing everything. I don't know why that place thought, well, it's a great idea. Let's go ahead and put that in all of our movies and TV shows and not expect it to happen. So, sure enough, they actually did have an issue where they were getting a lot of people using silly string everywhere. And so they banned it. LA Mayor James Hahn banned it on Halloween. Question number 12. This was the multi-point question. Which vampire said, "Don't be afraid, I'm going to give you the choice I never had"? The vampire's name is Lestat. In the movie Interview with a Vampire, played by the one and only Tom Cruise. So again, full point for the name of the vampire, half points for the name of the actor and the name of the movie. Question 13, which real-life historical figure formed the basis for Dracula? That would be Vlad the Impaler. Yes, Vlad the Impaler, a wealthy aristocrat in Transylvania, famous for drinking the blood of his enemies. Famous for other things, but even though we said this will be more adults only, there are certain things I don't want to talk about that he did. All right, number 14. Of all the Halloween movie series, which does not feature Michael Myers? That would be Halloween 3. Yes, Halloween 3 did not feature Michael Myers. They tried to just expand the universe and say, look, we're going to go and try just to make these Halloween movies. You know, they're going to be Halloween based without similar characters. Make it fun, make it diverse. But so many people were expecting Michael Myers that quickly they went back. Continuing on, number 15, who wrote and performed The Purple People Eater? I don't know if you heard the song in the background. However, that would be Sheb Wooley was the writer and performer, and The Purple People Eater, for that extra point, was here to join a rock and roll band. Again, Sheb Wooley is the answer. The bonus point is to join a rock and roll band. That's the end of our 15, but for that bonus, we're gonna make this Price is Right rules. For those of you who haven't seen Price is Right, it's closest without going over. If everyone playing along does go over, by all means, just do the closest to it. If you guess the same thing, that's creepy and awesome. So, no $1 here, by the by. I don't care, it's your game, you have fun. But the tiebreaker question, on average, what percentage of Americans celebrate Halloween by decorating their house? Now, I do want to preface, this was a 2019 study. Where things are at this year, nobody knows. But in 2019, what percentage of Americans decorated their house to celebrate Halloween? Again, closest without going over. Play it your way. Have fun. Thank you all again for joining me in this. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you want me to continue this for other holidays or just whenever. We want you to know we really appreciate all of you here at Ryan Tower and Monterey Gardens. So yeah, that answer is 68%. 68% of Americans celebrate Halloween by decorating their house. It was a semi-small study. It was somewhere around 10,000 people for that study, but got a good average. So thank you again for playing along. Let me know what you think. So other than that, have a fantastic Halloween. Like I said, we appreciate all of you and look forward to doing this again. Have a good day.